Texas Republicans are proposing a new map for congressional districts. Very rare mid-decade. Normally, reapportionment happens at the beginning of a decade. They're doing it a second time now. Why? They want to win seats for Republicans to try to maintain control of the House of Representatives. So what does this all mean? How much would that take? CNN chief data analyst Harry Enten is here. So let's talk about these change lines that the Republicans in Texas are pushing for. What difference would it make?
Yeah, it could make a huge difference. This, in fact, could win or maintain control for the Republicans in the House of Representatives. What are you talking about? Well, Texas has 38 congressional districts. Look at those that Trump won last year by at least 10 percentage points. Under the current lines, it's 25. Under the proposed lines, it's 30. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential pickup opportunities for the Republican Party. They are playing hardball at this particular point. And right now, it seems to me that Democrats are actually playing close to the Little League Pee-wee.
So 5 seats. What would 5 seats in Texas do for Republicans in Congress overall?
You might think 5 seats is just 5 seats. But keep in mind this. Margin to spare for the House majority. In 2020, the Democrats had 4 seats. 2022, Republicans had 4 seats. This time around, 2 seats for Republicans out of the 2024 elections. 5 seats can make all the difference in the world, and that is why Republicans in Texas providing 5 pickup seat opportunities could, in fact, make the difference between Republicans losing control of the House of Representatives and maintaining control of the House of Representatives.
And some voting shifts within Texas might be adding fuel to this.
Exactly right. They wouldn't necessarily be able to do this if, in fact, Republicans, Donald Trump did not do so much better among Latino voters last time around than he did in 2020, because 4 of the pickup opportunities are majority Hispanic seats. In 2024, get this, Donald Trump actually won Latino voters by 10 points in Texas. In 2020, it was Joe Biden who won him by 17 points. That's nearly a 30-point switcheroo. So this, in my mind, is fueling these potential pickup opportunities for Republicans. As I said at the beginning of this, Republicans are playing hardball. It's going to be interesting to see if Democrats can actually answer this, or are they going to be stuck in the little leagues.
One thing we are watching is if Donald Trump maintains his support among Latino voters, but that is to come.
That will be to come. It will be answered soon enough.
Harry Enten, thank you very much.
Thank
Kate.
you.
Joining us right now to talk about all of this is the Democratic Texas State Representative Christian Manuel. Thank you so much for being here. It's very clear what Democrats in your state and around the country are trying to fight this Republican move. So it's clear what you want to see happen. But what do you actually think is going to happen with these maps, with the congressional maps in your state?
I think if things continue the way they are, we'll have a heavily gerrymandered state. And that's why we are, as Democrats, are trying everything to stop to make sure that that doesn't happen, because we know that this is not just wrong, but we've seen it in the past with Tom DeLay, who went to jail for this. It just doesn't make any sense, and it's happening so fast.
You're part of a group of state lawmakers that have been traveling to other states. You were just in a meeting in New Mexico with the Democratic governor there. What are you trying to do with these meetings?
We're just trying to make sure that people across this country understand how fundamentally important this is. If the president gets 5 states by coming to Texas and just saying, do this, this is going to change the entire trajectory of the country. This is literally gerrymandering at its worst. We're placing maps in, and all of a sudden they're going to be instantaneously on the ballot. We don't do things like this. And we're trying to raise the alarm, and we're trying to make sure people understand that this is bigger than Texas. This is about fighting for democracy, and we just want to make sure that people are aware and that they're doing everything they can to support us and to tell representatives in Congress to please not do anything like this. It doesn't make any sense.
Some of your colleagues have said that they're considering evacuating the state, leaving the state essentially, in order to stop the vote from being able to take place, denying Republicans quorum, so that would at least temporarily literally block the vote from happening. Are you going to do that?
All options are on the table. This is not something that we're doing willy-nilly or doing lightly. I've been going to multiple hearings. I've been at all 3. I sit on the congressional redistricting hearing. We are looking at every option, from legal options to quorum breaks to everything. This is an extreme situation. And yes, if there is a moment where this is what we're going to end up doing, I think we're all going to do this. But this is the last thing I think on the table that anyone wants to do or anyone is looking to do. But there's nothing off the table, especially when we're being pressed to such a horrible position like this.
There's precedent for it. I mean, this has been done in the
Yes.
state before. I think just even recently was it 2021, just a few years ago. So it's a real possibility
Yes.
that you all will leave in order to hold this up.
And it's been done on the West Coast when Republicans did it. I think it was in Oregon when they left their state legislature. We're not the only ones that are doing this. This is a part of a mechanism that is meant for it's meant for us to be able to use this, especially when you have a party that is just literally trying to cause and sow divisions within minority communities across the country and as well as in the state of Texas.
5 more seats. That's what Republicans in Texas are attempting to gain as they redraw the state's maps in a rare mid-decade redistricting push being sought by President Donald Trump to help keep the GOP in control of the House in next year's midterms. Now, one of the seats being targeted by the plan, that of Democratic Congressman Lloyd Doggett, who has represented the Austin area for 30 years. Congressman Doggett joins me now live. Congressman, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. The Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries, is down in Texas right now. You just met with him. What did he tell you about how your party will respond to this GOP effort? And will it involve redrawing the maps of California, New York, and other states to benefit Democrats?
Well, as big as Texas is, this really is bigger than Texas. Donald Trump loves having a compliant Congress. He has one now that allows him to do pretty much whatever he wants to. And delegates all of its power to him, offers no check and balance. And so what's at stake here in Texas is whether Trump can manipulate the next elections to overcome the sure defeat he's about to have if he has to have his members run in the existing districts. Instead of our being down 3, he wants us to be down 13, 15 seats. I do believe that our Texas state legislators are courageous in fighting the Trump map. He sends down a map and says, give me 5 new members. And they seem to be as compliant as the House Republicans in Washington. And so our leader, Hakeem Jeffries, is going on from Texas to California. This is a national issue. We appreciate the fact that Governor Newsom and the Californians are looking at responding and not letting Trump get away with this fixing of the next election.
So Jeffries said he
will play out.
Sorry
California
about that.
to I think it'll be California to Maryland, all over the country will be looking at this because we can't let Trump fix and manipulate the next election.
So Jeffries is talking about doing the same thing in California. He said he's traveling to California. That's obviously been out there. Maryland is another state. What other states did he talk about in that meeting?
Well, I don't know what all states he's looking at, but I think those are 2 of them.
And the way the lines are likely to be redrawn in Texas would force you into a primary, Congressman, with another sitting Democrat. That's Congressman Greg Casar, who currently represents part of Austin and San Antonio. Will you run against Congressman Casar in a primary?
Well, my district is one of the few that was largely untouched. I have District 37. 2/3 of the people I represent today will still be in the new district. Greg and I had breakfast today. We were with Jeffries today. We're working together to stop this plan. We're united. We're not saying what if this or that, except what if Donald Trump is permitted to control the Congress by getting this Texas plan approved. So I know that everyone likes to look at horse races, but the only race that counts here is whether Donald Trump can move America from democracy to autocracy.
But will you run for re-election in your district, even if Congressman Casar runs in the same district?
Yes, I have already filed for re-election, but I think neither one of us are looking to that day. We're looking only to the day when we stop this plan. Because if Republicans can divide us in this fight, they will prevail.
So
and
it sounds like
America
that has
and
not been
Texans
decided. It sounds like
stand
it has
to
not
lose.
been. It sounds like that has not been decided whether or not you will run in a primary against Congressman Casar.
Well, it's not a matter of me running against him. I'm in District 37. 2/3 of my people are there. I filed for re-election. But we have set out a plan to work together, united, to fight this plan. And whatever happens after this, we can take a look at it then. The race involved here is critical to stop this plan and stop Donald Trump from doing the things he's done with this Congress in the next Congress.